Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Jobbers and Goons. Super excited for this because we are starting a new series called The Beef. The Beef is a series where I take a fictional beef, whether comics, manga, or other things, analyze it, commentate the story, what goes down, how the beef starts, ends, all this shit. Give my, funny take on it, all this. And overall, give you guys a sense of the story, the background of the beef, and sometimes you guys don't even know these beefs actually happen. To qualify for a beef, it's got to be, usually it has to have at least like one story arc, and they have to have fought more than once, and it can't be just like some random encounter. That's not a beef. I'm talking about something that actually was story-based and like had a narrative to it. So with that in mind, my Moon Knight video did very well, so I decided to cover one of his beefs in comics first, which is him versus Deadpool. I will be analyzing the first time they ever had beef in comics. And if you want to see a part 2, because they did go at it again later in comics, run the likes up. We hit 600 likes, and I will happily bring it back in the beef series. I hope you guys enjoy this. Check out the coffee shop, my second channel. I'll be posting battles like Aizen vs. Palpatine over there soon. As well as if you want to see your favorite character shown in a Job or a Goon series. If you want to see anything in the Beef series, hit me up on Discord. We can discuss prices for videos. As well as all my scans to these Beef videos in the Beef series will be in my public Discord server. So make sure to check that out, but I'm not going to waste any more time. I hope you guys enjoy this, and without further ado, let's begin. So this beef takes place between two legendary hooligans in Marvel Comics, Moon Knight versus Deadpool. I'm going to kind of build the scene to the story and then walk you through it. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is a start to the new series, The Beef. Now, this beef in particular takes place in, I believe it's called Revenge of the Moon Knight. That is the storyline for 2010. And this kicked off, I think, in either issue 6 or 7 after one storyline with Moon Knight in which one of his ops is Norman Osborn, famously known as Green Goblin. Y'all know him. He's had several Goon videos actually on my channel. And basically when Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, was beefing with Osborn, Osborn knew about his murderous side that was fueled by visions of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of revenge. And he took this and basically went on a bad PR run against Moon Knight, causing Moon Knight to have to fake Mark Spector's death and move away. When he did, eventually he brought up the identity of Jake Lockley, moved back and took up Moon Knight mantle once again, but this time he's mellowed out. Like, he's not killing anymore. He's a lot more chill, not wilding out, anything like that. And it's a lot different from what's usual, but he is still a hero and protector of those who walk at night. This is at the point we are introduced to the beef, okay? So Moon Knight awakens to get an alert. The alert tells him that at the Mount Sinai hospital, there's been a break-in. And when he goes to check the screen, he sees like a bloody handprint. He's like, fuck that. I'm pulling up. No one disrespects me, pulls up on my hood, especially at the hospital, and just like folds people. You don't do that shit. So Moon Knight dons his gear and pulls up, right? Gets to the hospital, hops out, goes inside, and notices and gets an alert from Frenchie, his butler, basically the Alfred ripoff, and goes, yo, like, that's a slice of pizza in there. And Moon Knight's like, okay, this shit's kind of weird, but we're going to let it slide. Goes inside, notices instantly that the people that have been taken down inside the hospital are unconscious. They weren't killed. So clearly this isn't someone just going on a mindless, brutal slaughter. This is someone that's to some degree actually being pretty calculated. So Moon Knight's like, okay, this shit's weird, but whatever, we're going to keep it moving. So he's walking through, he's seeing the chaos and carnage. finally, he gets to a door after not seeing any attackers and being like, okay, this is where someone just went in. Kicks it open and sees Deadpool, who is holding a gun to an old man patient's head and is like, bruh, he started it. Moon Knight's like, what the fuck? And Moon Knight he pulls out crescent darts, throws them at Deadpool, right? And hits him. He disarms him. He actually rocks him before he can fire at the old man. And that's when he engages with Deadpool. The two go back and forth. Deadpool knocks him over and he's like, dude, don't mess with me when I'm working. I'm trying to chase a bag. You're making me fumble it. I don't need this kind of pressure in my life. I'm just trying to make a play. And Moon Knight's like, dude, you can't just pull up and blow the brains out of old patients. Like, that's not what you do. You're trying to just massacre old men that can't fight back in the hospital. We're not letting that shit slide. He's like, all right, bet, bitch. They start going back and forth, right? Moon Knight rocks him. Like, I'm talking, lands a solid ass hit. And Deadpool's like, yo, that Jackie Chan shit, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of dope. Like, those, kung fu style moves you're using, it was dope. But I was holding back. I wasn't taking you serious. You showed up in, like, that all-white outfit. It was weird and awkward. Wasn't feeling the vibes, so didn't respect you. So now I'll actually square up since I'm not distracted or anything like that. So at this point, Deadpool's basically saying he wasn't actually trying against Moon Knight in this fight because he was getting his ass beat. A nurse shows up showing her cleavage. Deadpool immediately gets distracted. I'm talking about instantly was distracted. But of course, Moon Knight, being who he is, doesn't get distracted in moments like these. He's all about the bag and the fade. Runs up on Deadpool and absolutely rocks him in his shit. Punches him so hard that Deadpool flies out of a window and is BFR'd in the fight, ending the first encounter. So during that fight, right, between Moon Knight and Deadpool, the first scrap, Deadpool was talking shit and said some things that kind of made Moon Knight realize, okay, things might not be as simple as they seem. So he goes and investigates the mobster, right? Well, who we find out to be a mobster. This was the old man Deadpool almost popped. He finds out this dude is one of the worst people in the city. This is a guy beefs with everybody. Several illegal trade operations he runs, connected underground, and he kidnaps the children of his ops and oftentimes straight up murks them to get back at his ops or send messages like, yo, don't mess with us, dog. We'll run your shit. Tier 4 goon, this random guy, right? He's a horrible person. So Moon Knight's like, yo, did turning soft, like, make me an idiot? Like, am I a shitty hero? Because I low-key just saved one of the worst people ever from a fade he deserved. So he starts kind of tripping about this. And it pans over to Deadpool meeting with the girl that hired him, right? And she's like, hey, did you put a bullet in that old bitch's head? And he's like, nah, dog. Ain't even gonna hold you. Ran into some bitch wearing all white. And he was kind of saucy with it. So we got into a scrap and I was not able to fulfill the contract. And he's like, yo, that old man you're beefing with, like, he has like stage 4 cancer. Like, his bitch ass is gonna die. I know he's horrible, but he's dying. Like, don't you want him to just die? And we see this lady, one of her relatives, one of her loved ones, was murdered at the hands of this old man. And she was like, damn that. I want to see his bitch ass get murked. I don't want to see him go out the natural way. I want his ass taken out. I want to smoke his ashes tonight. Deadpool was looking at her and was like, huh, this bitch is mad and I respect it. He was like, yo, you want his fade? 100% respect that. I'm going to go catch the body for you. Mad respect for keeping it real. And it was one of the few times, you don't typically see Deadpool even semi-serious, but he respected where the lady was coming from and he was like, yeah, I'll go catch the body for him. So Deadpool's out and about. Moon Knight runs into him. Moon Knight's like, yo, I understand, like, this guy's a piece of shit. He deserves whatever he gets, but you're not going to kill him. Like, I'm not going to let you just kill the guy. We're not God. Like, we don't pull the trigger like that anymore. And Deadpool's like, yo, in the streets, they said Moon Knight was a real one. He's like, bro, you go down the block, they used to say you were the shit. Like, what the fuck happened? He's like, you're kind of a bitch now. You don't have no gonads no more. Like, you don't pull up. You're not with that shit no more. Moon Knight's like, bro, like, look, I'm just saying you're not gonna kill him. Like, relax. Like, that's not our call to make, even if you think I'm soft. And Deadpool was like, yeah, you're definitely a soft-ass bitch. Like, Deadpool was talking greasy, and he kind of had a point. He was like, yo, you're kind of tripping on this. Turn the other cheek and let me, like, just look the other way. I'm going to pull the trigger. This dude's horrible. And he's like, yo, when I look into the abyss, I laugh. When you look into the abyss, Moon Knight, you get scared. And I was like, damn, Deadpool definitely won the verbal exchange. Let me know in the live chat who you think won the verbal exchange. Personally, I got to side with Deadpool at this moment. But we see at this point that Moon Knight has decided to go save the kids to kind of redeem himself for saving that bastard of an old man. So he runs off to the warehouse where this kid of the op of the old man is being held. Pulls up on them. And they're like, yo, they're talking to each other. They're like, yo, I don't care if the boss is asleep. Let's just murk this kid and take him out. Like, I know what we got to do. And Moon Knight pulls up and is like, I know what's probably going to kill you tonight, bitch. And starts beating the shit out of everybody. And eventually, as he's folding them, walking through them, because, you know, they're bum-ass bitches, he pulls up on the last one. He's like, bro, you tried to kidnap this kid, put him in the dirt for some beef. You're a bitch, all this. Dude surrenders, right? He's like, I don't want no beef. I recognize now you're built different and all that shit. And Moon Knight's like, okay, you know what? You got bitched. All your boys got folded. You saw them get beat the fuck up. I think you're redeemed. I'm not going to beat you up anymore. Like, I'm going to let you go. It's cool, you know, whatever. I'm not as crazy as I used to be. However, a few moments later, he saw the face of the young man, and he saw a massive imprint of a hand. Like, someone had been beating the shit out of the kid. Moon Knight turns around and is like, never mind, bitch. You get folded tonight. And beat the shit out of that guy for putting hands on the kid. And he takes the kid and he's like, come on, buddy. Like, I'm going to get you out of here. We don't have to deal with all this. And they decide to dip. So Moon Knight takes the kid to the hospital. You know, he's like, all right, you know, I saved the kid. Did a little bit of good to rectify my wrongs. But he's sitting there and he's like, man, I wonder if what that discount Spider-Man said about the Abyss, I wonder if that shit was true. Like, am I tripping? Let me know in the live comments down below if you think Deadpool looks like a discount welfare Spider-Man. That was the belief of Moon Knight. Kind of a solid roast in my opinion. You let me know in the comments. But yeah, he said that shit. He's over here contemplating being big-brained when suddenly he gets cheap-shotted by Deadpool. That's right. Deadpool runs up on him from behind, rocks the shit out of him, and he's like, yeah, dumb bitch. I just hit you off guard like you hit me. Sorry about that, bitch. And Deadpool's definitely bringing the energy at the start of this next round, which is lit. Now, Moon Knight starts falling off this big-ass building he was perched up on because, you know, he be on that fucking Batman shit. And Deadpool's like, yo, look at this bitch falling. This is going to be an easy W. He starts dropping down to meet Moon Knight at the bottom to fight him. Because Moon Knight is slowing his fall, does use his gadgets, eventually does slow the fall, lands decently. And Deadpool drops down, like, yo, not gonna lie to you, dog, like that landing was kind of tough, my boy. Like, you're kind of athletic. They start scrapping a bit, but eventually Deadpool, he's still talking his shit, rocks Moon Knight, launching him back, sending him through the front door of a funhouse at a carnival and proceeding to lead to a big ass brawl inside that carnival funhouse. Before we continue, smash the like button, of course, if you haven't done it yet, and let me know in the comment section real quick Who do you think will win between these two in this fight to conclude the beef in this story? This is the final battle between the two. Who are you pulling for? Who do you think will win? Let me know in the live chat right now if you haven't read the story, and let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're wrong about the outcome, respond back to your own comment. That'd be pretty funny. But anyways, getting into this. So these two start fighting inside the mirrors of the funhouse, right? And at first, Deadpool's holding the edge. Deadpool's talking his shit. He's like, you're crazy as fuck. You do this, you do that. You're dumb as shit. You keep tripping. All these things. And by the way, something that's pretty interesting in this story, Moon Knight and Deadpool can hear each other's thoughts. Apparently, they're both so crazy, they can hear the several voices between each other that goes on inside their heads. But anyways, returning to this, Moon Knight, Deadpool are fighting. Moon Knight's getting his hits in. Deadpool's getting his hits in. Moon Knight goes for another hit, rocks him, and Deadpool's like, look, bitch, it's like some cute-ass moves you're using, like you're fighting pretty well, but, you know, you clearly didn't read the scouting report. Like, I regenerate, I'm basically unkillable, talking all this wild shit, right? That's when we see Moon Knight go, wait, you said you're unkillable? Like, you won't die if I fuck you up? And then he was like, yeah, I won't die. And Moon Knight proceeds to start beating the shit out of him. I'm talking about he was fucking up Deadpool so bad, slashing him, brutalizing him so bad that you literally see Deadpool go, uncle, like he was like, dude, stop. Moon Knight beat the shit out of him, left him in literal shreds, in shambles, once he realized he didn't have to hold back on Deadpool because he wasn't going to kill him. So he absolutely manhandled Deadpool once he wasn't holding back. So we see the lady then go to Deadpool later and be like, yo, can you kill the old man? Are you going to finish the job? And he was like, look, dog, ran to the white White Knight guy, Moon Knight, whatever the fuck his name is. That's how, because Deadpool's messed up at this point. And he's like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for me to try to kill that guy right now. You know, I kind of got my ass beat. Don't really want to do it. And to be honest, I'm indisposed. And we see his body, and it's shredded. Like, looks like it just all recently got stitched back together. Like, Moon Knight clearly beat the shit out of him. So she's like, all right, whatever. This lady decides to infiltrate the hospital, handle it herself. She poses as a nurse, gets inside the hospital, and gets inside the old man's room, right? And she starts talking her shit. She's like, you ruined my life, killed a loved one. I just want you to know that I folded you, bitch. Like, I came back. I got revenge for my people. Fuck you. You got styled on, bitch. She's saying, basically turned into an Xbox Live party. Like, it was brutal. She was talking her shit. And she kills the old man, poisons him, sticks a needle in him, and he's killed. And we see that Moon Knight was outside the hospital window where this death occurred, and he refused to step in and decided to let the old man die while he didn't kill him. He agreed. This time, that old man had to go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Beef. So, for part 1 of Moon Knight vs. Deadpool, hopefully we get a part 2 if we hit the like goal. I found this beef interesting. Didn't expect Moon Knight to beat the shit out of Deadpool, but he did. In this beef, I felt myself more so siding with Deadpool throughout the exchange. Like, I thought Deadpool was in the right, but Moon Knight ends up clutching the W and winning the dispute between these two in part 1 and in this story in the comics. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the new series. Let me know what you want to see in the new series, like which beefs you want to see covered. And more importantly, if you want to actually just go ahead and make sure a beef you love is covered, hit me up on Discord and go ahead and purchase it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I will see y'all later. Moon Knight takes a W, so Moon Knight fans, clutch the win. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.